Many of the materials used in science are in the form of solutions which can be found at home. For many purposes, the exact value of concentration is not critical. In other cases, the concentration of the solution and its method of preparation must be accurate as possible. Quality and fresh chemicals and solvents are used, and meticulous procedures are followed. Hello my dear students! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 7. Welcome to another lesson vlog, Quarter 1, Week 5, Module 5 of your Science 7. In this lesson, you will be applying your skills in preparing different concentration of solutions. And our topic for this week, concentration of solution. In preparing these solutions, you will express concentrations of solutions quantitatively by preparing different concentration of mixtures according to uses and availability. And sabi dito ay we express concentration quantitatively. When we say quantitatively, ibig sabihin we will be dealing with numbers. So meron tayong i-measure dito, may numbers tayong susundin. Napaka-importante na kapag nagpe-prepare tayo ng mga solutions, kailangan na we are extra careful. Kailangan nating maging mapanuri at ingatan natin yung mga pine-prepare natong solutions, especially that the solutions or the resources or materials should not be wasted. So, walang masasayang dapat. And of course, the available resources or poor method in the preparations of solutions can greatly affect the results of the mixture being prepared. Kaya kailangan talaga dito ng iba yung pag-iingat. So, for example, sa mga pharmaceutical, sa mga pharmaceutical laboratories, di ba meron silang exact amount and concentration ng bawat solution na kailangan nilang paghandaang mabuti para naman syempre hindi naman ma-harm yung health ng mga people or ng mga consumers. So, for example, yung gagawa ng gamot na, for example, biogesic. Syempre, hindi naman yan basta-basta ginawa lang na kung ano lang naisipan nila. So, when they are preparing medical drugs, yung ating mga gamot, there is an exact amount and concentrations of the solutions that must be carefully prepared by these people for the safety of the consumers. And we must remember that accurate solutions can be prepared in laboratories because of the availability of the materials. And since we do not have access in laboratory today, you will be preparing solutions which are available at home. Okay, examine this figure. Okay, so this figure shows how solutions are made in the laboratories. And as you can see in this figure, okay, there are 5 steps. And makikita nyo dito na mayroong iba't ibang laboratory apparatus na ginamit, kagaya na lang nito. This is the weighing scale, and we also have the volumetric flask. Yan. So first, the first process is weigh the solid. So tinimbang muna yung kanilang gagamitin na material. And then the other one, and the second picture, fill volumetric flask 1/3 to 1/2 full with the ionized or distilled water. Yan. So, nilagyan muna ng tubig. And, kung mapapansin nyo, 1/3 to 1/2 full of the ionized or distilled water. So, naka-indicate dyan kung anong klase ng tubig. Hindi lang basta sinabing water, pero sinabi dyan na the ionized or distilled water. At sinabi yung sukat, it's 1/3 to 1/2. And then, the third one, okay, the solid that you weighed from the first part, okay, it was being transferred. The transfer solid, wash out weighing dish. Okay. And then the fourth one, stir until dissolved. Yan. So, hinalo ng hinalo hanggang yung solid material ay ma-dissolve na doon sa water. So, add more water if necessary. And then number 5, add the ionized or distilled water up to mark. Kung mapapansin nyo, may mga laboratory instruments tayo na ginagamit kapag nagpe-prepare tayo ng solutions. And remember that the instruments used in chemistry laboratory are accurate in terms of measuring the materials needed in making the solutions. Hindi lang basta sinalok ng kamay or hindi lang basta nyo na lang kinuha. So, gumagamit tayo ng mga measuring devices para maging accurate yung mga ginagamit nga natin, para maging accurate siya, para maging tama ang timbang, tama ang gagamitin nating materials. Such laboratory apparatus includes the digital weighing scale. We also have the volumetric flask. We also have the funnel, the filter paper, and the hot plate. Aside from that, the accuracy in the measurement of each ingredients, so for example, solutes and solvents, these are the prime importance, especially when making medicines or standard concentrations. Okay? Andyan yung solute natin at yung solvent. So, and there must be an extra care in handling the chemical and the equipment as well as the apparatus. So, hindi basta makapag-prepare. Kailangan talaga ng full concentration, lalo na kapag ikaw ay naggagawa ng or nagpe-prepare ka ng mga solutions. So, kailangan, lalo na kapag may mga chemicals dyan, kailangan yung ingatang mabuti kasi may mga chemicals na delikadong hawakan at hindi basta-basta talaga hinahawakan. And especially those instruments. So, most of the instruments used in chemistry laboratory are glasses or in the form of glass. So, konting nadanggil nyo lang or mababasag yan. So, we have to put extra care. Okay, before we proceed with the learning task number 1, so let us define first solution. So, ano ba pag sinabi natin solution nga ulit? Di ba na-discuss na natin yan in our previous lesson block? So, let us define it again. So, when we say solution, a solution is a special type of homogeneous mixture composed of 2 or more substances. So, in such a mixture, so a solute is a substance dissolved in another substance known as the solvent. So, ibig sabihin, sa solution, meron tayong, kumbaga, in short, a solution is a mixture created by dissolving one substance in another substance. Okay? So, ayan yung solute natin na dinidissolve natin sa ating solvent. For your learning task number 1, the instruction there says, read the handout about preparations of solutions and then you will answer the guide question. Okay, so ano ba yung mga guide question dyan na kailangan nyong malaman sa pagbabasa nyo nitong handout? So the first question is, what is solution? And I think you can answer that because I've already given to you the meaning of solution. Okay, and the number 2, sabi dyan ay, what are the materials mentioned in the handout in preparing a solution using the first method? So, kailangan yung tandaan ha, yung babanggitin ko doon sa ating handout. Ano daw ba yung mga materials na kailangan ihanda? Okay, and then number 3, are these materials available at home? So, tingnan nyo nga yung mga babanggitin natin mamaya. Do you think all of these materials ay pwede natin makita sa bahay? Kung hindi, so pwede mong sabihin na some of them can be found at home. Okay, and number 4, why is it that manufacturing companies have this special kind of instruments in preparing solutions? Nabanggit ko na rin yan sa inyo kanina. Bakit nga ba kinakailangan nating gumamit ng mga materials bakit nga ba kinakailangan nating gumamit ng mga different kinds of instruments in preparing solutions? Diba, sabi natin kanina, we have to prepare these instruments para maging exact yung gagamitin nating mga ingredients in preparing solutions. And question number 5, can you still prepare solutions using available materials at home? Why? And as you can see, class, dito sa handout na babasahin natin, nandyan lahat ng sagot dun sa guide question na binigay ko sa inyo kanina. So, kaya kailangan basahin yung mabuti at himay-himay natin yung bawat sinasabi dito sa handout. A solution is a homogeneous mixture created by dissolving one or more solutes or solvent. The chemical present in a smaller amount, the solute, is soluble in the solvent. The chemical present in the larger amount. Solutions with accurately known concentration can be referred to as standard or stock solution. These solutions are both directly from the manufacturer or formed by dissolving the desired amount of solute in a volumetric flask of a specific volume. Stock solutions are frequently diluted to solutions of lesser concentration for experimental use in the laboratory. Preparing a standard solution from a solid A solution of known concentration can be prepared from solids by two similar methods. Although inherent errors exist with each of the methods, with careful technique, either will suffice for making solutions in general chemistry laboratory. In the first method, the solid solute is weighed out on weighing paper or in a small container and then transferred directly to a volumetric flask, commonly called a ball flask. A funnel might be helpful when transferring the solid into the slim neck of the volumetric flask. A small quantity of solvent is then added to the ball flask and the contents are swirled gently until the substance is completely dissolved. More solvent is added until the meniscus of the liquid reaches the calibration mark on the neck of the volumetric flask, a process called diluting to volume. The ball flask is then cupped and inverted several times until the contents are mixed and completely dissolved. The disadvantage of this method is that some of the waste solid may adhere to the original container, weighing paper, or funnel. Also, solid may be spilled when it is transferred into the slim neck of the volumetric flask. It's really important that we prepare different laboratory apparatuses when we are preparing solutions. And according to the passage, according to the handout, the following materials were used. It's like the volumetric flask. We also have the funnel, the weighing paper, the solute solution. Kailangan natin to. Bakit kailangan i-prepare itong mga materials na to? So, these laboratory apparatus are used in order to achieve accurate concentrations for experiment uses. And yes, kung mapapansin nyo, may iba dyan, some of them, pwede naman natin siyang i-prepare sa bahay. And yes, some materials mentioned in the handout can have substitutes that can be found at home. Now, in your learning task number 2, the instruction says, knowing the limitations of standard instruments in preparing solutions, think of the available materials found at home that can be used in measuring solute and solvent when making solutions listed below. So, na ito yung mga solutions na kailangan yung gawin. Kagaya ng number 1, 450 grams of flour added with 1 liter of water. And then number 2, 5 ml of alcohol dissolved with 1 gallon of water. Number 3, 300 grams of rice grains mixed with 540 milliliter of water. Number 4, 450 grams of sugar and 360 milliliter of coconut milk. And the last one, 50 ml of liquid detergent mixed with 200 ml of water. Now, ang gagawin nyo dyan is mag-iisip kayo ng suggested material for known volume. Since wala kayo sa bahay, hindi nyo naman talaga masusukat yung liter, yung gallon, yung 500 ml of water or 200 ml of water. Kasi kung nasa laboratory setup tayo or kung nasa chemistry laboratory tayo, pwede tayong gumamit ng mga volumetric flask, ng beaker, o kaya ng graduated cylinder sa pagsusukat natin ng volume. But since wala nga at nasa bahay tayo, sa tingin nyo, kaya mag-iisip kayo ngayon, ano ba ang pwede nyong gamitin sa bahay para sukatin itong mga itong sa paggagawa nyo ng solution. So, let's say, for example, number 1, 1 liter of water. Ano yung pwede nyong gamitin sa bahay na kayang makapagbigay din ng 1 liter of water? So, ano bang meron sa inyong bahay? So, let's say, for example, ako ang magpe-prepare niyan. Pwede akong gumamit ng mga empty mineral bottle. So, for example, yung Coke. Diba yung Coke, 1.5 ml siya. So, pwede kong gamitin na, pwede akong magtingin doon na hanggang saan kaya dito yung 1 liter para makapagsukat ako ng 1 liter of water. So, aside from that, kung meron kayo dyan sa bahay na mga, kunwari mga dedehan ng inyong mga nakakabatang kapatid, di ba meron yung mga panukat doon? So, pwede nyo siyang gamitin din. Or si ate nyo o si kuya, siya naman ay mahilig mag-bake ng cake. So, meron din sila mga cups na may makikita kayo dun kung ilang liter yun. So, yun yung pwede nyo ring gamitin. So, ano yung mga suggested material for known value? You can have the measuring cup, the empty bottle of vinegar or soy sauce, glass, empty bottle of liquid detergent. So, kayo nang bahala. So, ano yun na pwede nyong ilagay dyan? For learning task number 3, so baka medyo malito kayo at mahirapan sa learning task number 3, madali lang yung sagutan. So the instruction there is choose materials found at home with known volume or measurement in making solutions. So there is a guide that you can use here. So dun sa first part, makikita nyo itong part na to. Yan, itong nasa taas, sabi dyan ay guide to choose materials found at home with known volume. So, mapapansin nyo dyan na, di ba ang sabi dyan, 500 ml, ang katumbas daw niyan ay 2 glasses. So, ang 50 ml, ang katumbas daw niyan is 1 empty glass bottle. Ang 4 grams, ang katumbas niya is 1 teaspoon. Tapos, yung 14 grams, ang katumbas niya is 1 tablespoon. Yung 180 ml, ang katumbas niyan ay 1 rice cooker cup. And 150 grams, ang katumbasan ay 1 cup. So, di ba kung papansin ninyo, meron kayong available sa bahay ng glasses. Kasi may baso naman kayo. Meron naman kayong rice cooker cup. Meron din kayong tablespoon. May teaspoon kayo sa bahay. May cup kayo na pwedeng gamitin. Ngayon, dito sa baba, ang sabi dyan ay, what materials will you use to measure the different amounts in preparing solutions using the materials in the guide above? Okay. So, dun sa nasa taas, yun yung gagamitin nyo para ma-prepare nyo itong 450 grams at saka itong 1 liter of water. So, let's say for example, ito na nga yung gagamitin yung guide to choose materials found at home. So, dito sa baba, what materials will you use to measure the amount of different amounts in preparing solutions using the materials in the guide above? So, ang hinahanap ninyo, ang kailangan nyo gawin na solution is 450 grams of flour and 1 liter of water. So, paano nyo siya gagamitin using this materials found at home? Okay, so unahin muna natin yung 450 grams. Paano kayo makakabuo ng 450 grams of flour using this? So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ang isang cup daw, ang katumbas ay 150. So, ilang 150 yun para makabuo tayo ng 450? Diba tatlo? Kasi 3 times 150 is 450. So, ibig sabihin kung meron tayong 3 cups, okay, kung meron tayong 3 cups ng flour, ang equivalent na rin yan is 450 grams. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung una natin gagamitin. Now, 1 liter. Okay, 1 liter naman daw. So, alin ba dyan ang malapit sa 1 liter? So, this 500 ml, ibig sabihin, ano bang katumbas ng 1 liter sa milliliter? Diba? Sa isang litro ay meron tayong, ang katumbas niyan ay 1,000 ml. Okay, so ibig sabihin, dalawang 500 ml ang kailangan natin. Ang isang 500 daw ay 4 glasses. So, kung dodoblehin natin ang 500, kasi 1,000 yung kailangan natin. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang 4 glasses pala, okay, ang 4 glasses, ang katumbas niyan is, what? Okay, ang katumbas niyan is 1,000 ml or equivalent also to 1 liter. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot natin dito is, kailangan natin ng 3 cups and 1,000, 3 cups and 4 glasses. Ano po yung 4 glasses? At ano yung 3 cups? Sabihin, 3 cups ng flour at 4 glasses ng water. Okay? Naintindihan? So, dito sa kasunod, 500 ml ng alcohol. So, saan ka dyan titingin? So, dito din, 500 ml. Ilan daw ang kailangan glasses? 2. So, pwede mo ilagay 2 glasses. 2 glasses of alcohol. And then, paano yung 1 liter? Paano ka makakabuo ng 1 liter? Ganun ulit, hanap ka dito ng pwede mo katumbas doon sa katabi. Okay, kagaya rin ito, 1 liter. So, ito ay 500 ml. Kung dadalwahin natin, edi 1,000 ml yun, isabihin, kung madoble to, madodoble rin to, so ito ay 4 glasses. Okay? So, nagbigay lang ako ng example dito ha, kayo na ang magsagot nitong kasunod. Kasi I already gave you an example. And for your learning task number 4, so this is computing for the concentration of solution. So using the available materials at home, make the following solutions, but be careful in handling materials. And then you're going to use the sample problem as a guide to help you solve the concentration of your prepared solution. Okay, paano nga ba nagko-compute ng percentage ng solution? Okay? I'll teach you. Okay, when we are computing for the concentration of solutions, specifically for the percent composition by mass, so we can consider percent by mass or weight percent as it's sometimes called in two ways. Okay, the first part is the parts of solute per 100 parts of solution, and the other one is the fraction of a solute in a solution multiplied by 100. Okay, so to get the percent by mass is equal to the formula. Percent by mass is equal to mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100. Okay, let's say for example,
500 ml of alcohol, tapos dinisolve natin siya sa 1 liter of water.
Okay, di ba ang 1 liter, ang katumbas na niyan is 1,000 ml. Okay, so paano natin kukuhanin yung percent by mass? So, gawin natin is, so para makuha natin yung percentage, mass of solute, alin ba sa dalawa yung solute, yung alcohol o yung water? So, since mas maliit yung alcohol natin, so ito ang ating magiging mass of solute. So, this will be 500 ml divided by mass of solution. Diba ang solution, it's a combination of solute and solvent. So, kung 500 yung alcohol, 1,000 yung water, so i-add natin siya para maging total solution. That will be 1,500 ml. Okay, and then we have to multiply it by 100. So, 500 divided by 1,500, okay, that is 0.33333 times 100. And that will be, so ang magiging percentage natin is 33.33%. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yan po ang ating percent by mass. This is the end of our lesson vlog for week 5 of your concentration of solutions in grade 7 or science 7. So in our next vlog, so ito na yung last topic sa quarter 1. And I think yung week 5 natin ay extended to hanggang week 8. So hindi ko lang alam kung ano yung pagkakahati-hati ng weeks sa bawat module. So sundan nyo na lang yung ating lesson vlog. Okay, the next lesson vlog for science 7 is second quarter na. So abangan pa rin natin yan at kukumpletuhin natin ang ating lesson vlog sa bawat topic natin sa science 7. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this vlog. This is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. If you're new to this channel, wag nang kalimutan mag-subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 7. Bye! Oy! Subscribe muna. Ayan. Pindutin mo muna ang subscribe button. Yan. Very good. Pag mag-subscribe nito, honor student at the end of the school year. Yun. Bye!